Yeah, you're right. It absolutely has been a while, and part of that I can chalk up to the COVID-19 pandemic, of course. But some of that was that this is just a really interesting song because there were a bunch of different kind of ideas that my producer Chris Acklin and I were kind of bouncing around, and so some of it, some of the reason why it took a little bit longer was because we were trying to figure out just kind of the right feel that we wanted for it. Um, but usually I have that feel down and I know, okay, this is kind of the song, kind of the vibe that I want to go for. But this was a tune that I just had in my head, just like, kind of came to me out of nowhere. So we really had to kind of figure out, okay, where do we want to take this? And then one other interesting thing that we did, I've only actually done this one other time, but I had somebody besides the person who was producing the song actually play on the song. Somebody else did, a guy named Mark Petty, who I've never even met before, but he played drums on the track and then played guitar as well. Um, and so it was a really interesting process in that regard, a little bit different than maybe what we had done in the past. Yeah, I would definitely say there was a heavy Maroon 5 influence on this song, and like I said, uh, sometimes when that happens, I'm going for a specific song. But one thing that Maroon 5 has taught me is song craft, and so there's something that I do that kind of makes it keep on building. In the second chorus and all of that, you'll see what I mean once you hear the song. But that's one of those things that, even though the final product didn't sound inherently like Maroon 5, uh, there were definitely certain crafting techniques that I took from them. And I was really happy with how that turned out. It kind of turned into a little bit of a mixture of all of my favorite pop songs, which was really, really cool. So there are actually a couple things that inspired this particular song. I had matched with this girl on Bumble and gone on a couple of dates with her, and those dates went pretty darn well. We really hit it off, had good conversation, and our morals matched up pretty darn well, or so it seemed. But then, both of us went back home for the holidays, and she just kind of stopped texting me. And so I finally confronted her about it, and she said, "Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not really good at this." And I'm thinking, okay, the relationship part, the texting back part, which part aren't you good at? Because that could mean a lot of things. Uh, and so anyway, that was kind of it in terms of us texting back and forth. But then uh, about 7-ish months later, I was walking downtown and ran into her, and she looked at me and she's like, "Oh, it's funny to see you here." And I'm like, "I live here. Why is that funny?" And so then, a little later on, a couple days later, after that interaction, I was talking with somebody, and I ended the conversation with saying, "Yeah, if you need to get a hold of me, you know how to. I've had the same phone number for 15 years." And that stuck in my mind, and so it was like, "Ooh, that's really good." And so I kind of applied, the situation to the Bumble girl, and then wrote it around the hook. And that's how we got same phone number. Man, yeah, this hook is something else. It's kind of cool when you write songs because sometimes it'll just come out of nowhere. And that was the case with this one. It really did kind of come out of nowhere, but I'm glad it wouldn't leave my head. And yeah, it's just a really relatable hook, and people will come to me after I play it, and they'll say, "Oh, I can do better than that. I've had the same phone number for 20 years or whatever." And so it's just a really fun, kind of relatable thing. And one thing that I actually did with this particular single was my buddy Paul Crum, who's over at Bartlett Art. He made these stickers for me that say I've had the same phone number for 15 years. And the idea behind these stickers is that you can put them on your phone if you want, and just kind of advertise that way. Just be sure to throw out Minnesota Mike's name as you say, "Oh yeah, that's where this comes from," so they can check out that single that, like I said, is going to be released on Friday, October 15th of 2021. So that is this week. If you're watching this the week that it comes out, and if you're not, make sure that you check out Same Phone Number. And these particular stickers, I am selling them for $5. If you would like one, you can message me, Minnesota Mike Music, on Instagram, and I'd be happy to send one your way. But like I said, Same Phone Number comes out October 15th of 2021. That is this coming Friday. So make sure that you follow my Instagram, and you can pre-save it. Otherwise, like I said, check it out on all your favorite streaming platforms on Friday, October 15th. Thank you so much.